anyways.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Before we start our committee meetings, I'd like to ask Mr. Stiles to come up front.
It's your fault.
So back in April of 2024, we found ourselves with a vacancy on council, so we put out advertisement for applications. We ended up getting 16 applications. So council, we reviewed all the applications, we drilled it down to I think about half, and we brought most of the people in interview. We all felt strongly about bringing Eric on. Eric, you've done a great job. You've presented yourself very well. You've been very professional. You've been very engaged, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've done as far as being a house for this. And with that, I'd like to present you with this plaque.
Thank you. Speech.
No, it's been a real pleasure to get to know our city intimately over the last couple of years, and really get to know our staff and the mayor and the rest of the council and so many of the residents who choose to show up over and over. It's just been an honor to serve, and I know that all the people that I've worked with throughout this, they genuinely have the best interests of the city at heart, and I know that that's going to continue on in the future. So, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I would like to call the mayor up to. So Mayor Edison, I'm just thinking about how from the time you were a township trustee here to when you were on New Franklin City Council to this time as you have served as the Honorable Mayor of New Franklin, you have always served with distinction, and I think it is evident to everyone that has been around you in the city that you have had a true love for the city of New Franklin, and we really appreciate how you have served.
It's been an honor. I'll probably say more before I get out of here, but it's been a privilege and it's been an honor.
Absolutely. So I would like to read a little bit about you and your service. The Honorable Paul Adamson. Whereas Paul Adamson was elected mayor of the city of New Franklin in 2017 and has served 2 terms in office, born in Porch Lakes on Long Lake, Mayor Adamson attended St. Francis de Sales School, graduated from Garfield High School, and then the University of Akron. Mayor Adamson has lived in the area for more than 50 years and has enjoyed a career in public service for more than 3 decades. Prior to serving as mayor of New Franklin, he served for 16 years as Franklin Township trustee and New Franklin councilman. And whereas since 2018, Mayor Adamson has enhanced and improved New Franklin by upgrading the city's building and facilities, added public water and sanitary sewer in integral parts of the city, added tennis and pickleball courts, right, Robert? And enhancing playgrounds at city parks, transforming the historic Tudor House, and establishing multiple free annual events to be enjoyed by families and communities, our community, throughout the year. And was awarded millions of dollars in grants in state and federal funds for the city. And whereas the working history of Mayor Adamson is a testament to drive, determination, service, and perseverance, he began working as a caddy at Fairlawn Country Club and caddied in the 1967 Firestone Masters.
PGA.
Did you wear plaid pants?
No, I did not. I still got my little helmet though.
Okay. He worked at the downtown Sheraton Hotel as a cook while attending high school. He worked at Firestone Tire and Rubber Company for 5 years, and while working full-time at Firestone, he attended the University of Akron, earning a degree in education in 1975. He taught for 8 years in Akron Public Schools, coached football, baseball, and girls basketball, and served 1 year as assistant principal. And while teaching full-time, he attended evening law school at the University of Akron. Wow, what is this diverse background you
That
have.
was a lot of fun.
Whereas after receiving his law degree in 1982, Mayor Adamson passed the bar, and he practiced civil and criminal law for over 35 years. He's tried over 100 cases in municipal and federal courts and has been honored as AV Preeminent Highest Possible Rating in both the legal ability and ethical standards by peer review rating through Martindale Hubbell LexisNexis and by American Lawyer Media as one of the top lawyers in Ohio highest ethical standards and professional excellence. And whereas Mayor Adamson and his wife Carol are the proud parents of 3 sons and 8 grandchildren, I'm jealous. He has been a youth coach in the community for 25 years and has served as a trustee and board member for several local associations and organizations. Now therefore, be it known by all and declared by the Council of the County of Summit and State of Ohio, this council commends the Honorable Paul Adamson on his extraordinary leadership, vision, and passion for caring for the city of New Franklin. We wish him the best in his retirement and urge all citizens to join in honoring this fine, upstanding man on the 17th day of December in the year of 2025.
This is beautiful.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's, yeah, and again, I'll probably have some more words, but, yeah, it just means I've lived a long time. And I've been a lucky guy. I will not do the menu.
I was trying to work that in somehow. What's on the menu?
Oh, you asked? Now, this came from the Sheraton Hotel. We got ham, ram, lamb, spam, sheep, bull, beef, buffalo, and bar, liver, slice, lungs, pickled elephant tongue, steamboat beans, and turnip greens. We got moose, goose, tomato juice, corned beef hash, and succotash, cake, snake, fish, anything you wish, brown pigs, knees, and black-eyed peas. We got hot dogs, big as a log. We got to sit down and eat them. We got hamburgers, big, brown, and greasy. They slide down easy, and that's what we got on the menu. Well, very, very, very kind. None of it, I told Carol I wouldn't mention her again, so I won't, but none of it happens without her. So, thank you. Thank you. And really, let me repeat the commendation for yourself and for Todd, what you brought to the community. So it's an extra honor that you hand this to me, because your family has meant so much to not just New Franklin, but also Summit County. And we're blessed to have you. And, you're down there in Clinton now. You're still part of the family. Thank you very much. Oh, boy. Get up there.
Ryan?
All right, well, that's going to be very difficult to follow, so I'm going to go ahead and read what's on our plaque here. With the deepest gratitude for 8 years of dedicated service, guided by your strong faith, steady leadership, and unwavering commitment to shaping a stronger New Franklin, your faithful efforts have created lasting improvements in our city and have truly made a brighter future for generations to come. May you take pride in the work you have done and the difference you have made.
Wow. This is words. You know, and council as well, but this is where it happens and how it happened. You know, you start out as co-workers, you end up as friends. And that's the beautiful thing. It's relationships that last, right? And, so that's what, more than anything else, I'll take with me. So much appreciate that. Thank you.
we're going to start our committee meetings. Start with the finance committee.
Thank you. We will open the finance committee at 6:12. Our first resolution, 25R74, a resolution accepting the proposal and authorizing an agreement with ETC Tech Solutions for managed IT services and Microsoft licensing for the city of New Franklin and declaring an emergency. This is basically a contract to, like I said, provide services, but a lot of it is for protection of our computer system. You've all seen in the news throughout the years communities being held ransom, and this is a nice way for us to protect ourselves and protect our equipment. Mr. Adamson, do you have more to throw at us with this?
Well, just this, that we have just recently completed our review of our emergency operations plan. And then for the last several months, some council probably are aware that I would say an edict, direction came down from the state requiring all cities, municipalities to have in place a cybersecurity policy. Well, we already had one. So it took a while for us to hear from them as what additional factors they might want. And in fact, I just put together a piece of legislation you'll have in January that we'll have an opportunity then to adopt a more formal cybersecurity policy. But this goes, meanwhile, we were already talking with ETC. And it's just, we want as much protection as we can afford. And Mr. Kosovich, you said you never think it can happen here until it happens here. So this gives us those extra layers. And it's a 3-year agreement, and we're locked in at the rate for those 3 years, so I think it's a good deal for the city.
Questions, comments?
So when does the current agreement expire? Does it expire at the first of the year, or does it lapse into the upcoming year?
The current agreement is actually, it was a self-renewing agreement that we had with them that renewed effective, I think, September 1st. So this will take the place of that agreement. And the clock will start, when we execute the agreement.
So does this give us additional stuff beyond what we already have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Extensive.
Did we go out for other bids on this?
I'm sorry?
Did we go out for other bids?
We talked about that, but there was nobody who worked in the city who was interested in entertaining a new vendor. It would just be a lot of work. With the servers that we already have in place, and we're getting good service. We're getting a good performance from that, so we just weren't in a position to say we wanted to try a new vendor at this point.
So I noticed this thing expires tomorrow. Is that?
They would extend that.
Okay.
I'm sure they would extend it if you wanted more time. But they've been cooperative with us, and they've shaved some money off it. It's a little less than what they came to us with. So. I mean, I do think that, probably the sooner we get it in place, the better.
Yeah, I did. It adds substantial protections. Each level of the Microsoft agreement, there's sort of the basic stuff you can get as a residential, and it goes up tier, and each level of that adds additional layers of security. And just kind of bump this up into the government level security on that. So I know there's some additional costs on that, and it's huge. I mean, we at the firm are representing clients every day that are having breaches, and the cost of a breach is so much more than the cost of trying to prevent one. So I think it's.
Do they provide any insurance or I know our insurance won't cover us if we don't have protection. But if we were to have a breach, do they have some sort of a guarantee that they protect against that, or does that still fall for our insurance?
Yeah, we have a separate layer. Our insurance.
Our liability insurance covers the cybersecurity.
That's what that.
Yeah, with that. But when we sat down and talked to them, they said, of course, if we had any problems, they would be jumping in and helping. Obviously, we have to restore data. We have backups, multiple redundancy backups. And they would be jumping in to help us take care of it. But financially, monetarily, no. But of course, they would be ready to help us, and we are going to be doing some more training with all the employees so that, you know, those kinds of things don't have to be open and email that you shouldn't open, that kind of thing. So, and that's a big part of the whole program through the state.
So it'll be like the staff fishing trainings and stuff like that.
Yep.
More questions, comments?
I'm just gonna miss having Mr. Styles up here on council with his professional IT opinions on these matters. He does a lot more than I do on this, and I guess I'm a young man, and I don't know much about computers, I guess, as I thought I would have. So it's nice to have him up here. Thank you.
Comfortable waiving 3?
Indeed.
Okay, our next resolutions. We have basically 3 resolutions that are all pretty much together, closing out the year. So I'm going to go through them all at once, and then I'll let Ms. Cook go through them with any comments that she might have. We have 25R75, a resolution authorizing transfer of funds from the general fund to the police district fund and declaring an emergency. 25R76, a resolution authorizing additional appropriations to the 2025 annual operating appropriation budget and declaring an emergency. And 25R77, a resolution authorizing transfer of funds and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage.
The first one with the transfer from the general fund to the police fund, this is additional to what we budgeted originally. That's why it's before you. At the end of the year, we found that we needed that extra amount in the police fund for salary purposes, and also it basically comes back from when we did the budget, and as you know, we did the budget, November of the year before. At that point, for example, in the police department, we did not know that we were going to hire an extra officer, let alone another part-timer. So that's kind of how this came about. So that's a major force of why we had to transfer extra money over there to cover those expenses for the end of the year. And as Mr. Cotton said, these are all kind of cleanup items for the end of the year. Let's see, I pull them out here so I can go through anything else that you have a question about. Let's see. The 25R76 is just basically additional appropriations. Since we're moving some money, we have to give the okay. You have to give the okay for these additional appropriations that are now added to our 2025 budget. And you can see that at first it's added to the general fund for the $100,000, and then after the transfer, it is added to the police district fund. So that's just, unfortunately, it takes a lot of steps to get where you need to go. It's not just a matter of sending some money over to a different fund. Lastly, 25R77. This is just a fund between personnel and contractual services. And this is in the streets department. We had a major expense that we didn't know about at that time too. When we were first putting the budget together, we didn't know that Brian was going to be retiring. So we had some extra costs when there was a payout for him. So this was to help the salary line handle that, so extra amount of money. And that's it.
Questions, comments? Wave to 3 on all 3. All right. We will close Finance Committee meeting at 6:20.
Next up is going to be laws and ordinance. Mr. Wolf.
Open up the Laws and Ordinance Committee at 6:20 p.m. Resolution 25008, an ordinance enacting a code of ordinances for the City of New Franklin, revising, amending, restating, codifying, and compiling certain existing general ordinances of the political subdivision, dealing with subjects embraced in such code of ordinances and declaring an emergency. Mr. Mayor.
Okay, you got the long one there. Yeah, this has been a process that's been in the works for a couple of years, and we had the bulk of it. I'm doing this because it's big, thick binders, but it's also in digital form. Basically, that was sort of an assembly of existing ordinances, and coupled with the Ohio Revised Code, criminal code, and also the traffic code. That's not the only reason that we did it, but we were about, to my knowledge, the only city in Summit County who hadn't adopted their own code. So for instance, criminal matters that go over to the Barberton Municipal Courts, and if they go on to Summit County Common Police Courts, they are cited presently under the Ohio Revised Code. If there's fines, penalties, court costs, they don't come back here, even though we do the legwork on them. If we're able to cite under our own code provision, then those fines and costs come back to the city of New Franklin. So we had it in the original form. Before we had a chance to adopt it, down the pike came some significant changes, well, not significant, but some substantial changes to the tax code that were required by the Ohio Revised Code. So we had to do revisions on the tax codes. I can't remember exactly the year. We brought it before council. We adopted it. Those needed to be incorporated. We knew the zoning code was working its way down the tracks, but it's not there yet. And eventually that code then will be adopted in. We have the existing code with whatever modifications that have made, amendments that have been approved so far. The balance of that will have to be amended the next cycle relative to modifications. Since we don't know exactly when that'll be, I just really didn't want to wait any longer to adopt the meat of the code itself. The very last revisions dealt with, let's see, we sent them in 2 waves over to our code guys. One, we made some changes, well, gosh, this was at the end of 2023 to our public records policy, so that needed to be incorporated. All the changes to the tax code went in. And then there were some agreements and contracts they had in the table of special ordinances that just weren't of such merit that wouldn't be of interest to anybody. We didn't need those to clog up the code, so we asked them to take those out. The final wave, spent some time with our police looking at the criminal code, and basically in Title 7, we added some provisions relative to overnight parking and parking during a snow emergency. We didn't have those in the past. In Title 9, we made some changes to smoking because when this was drawn out, cannabis wasn't even legal to smoke. So we wanted to take a better look and see, what we wanted to do in terms of for the greater good to prevent smoking in public places generally. And also we didn't have anything in there relative to dogs at large. We had to renumber the curfew section, and we added a provision on disposal of dead bodies. Who would figure that would be a topic? But it came up here that somebody asked the cemetery section if they could bury somebody in their backyard. And you figure the answer would be, of course not. But it's not that simple. And then we found out that there's a trend statewide and nationwide that if people can bury somebody in their backyard, they can become exempt from property taxes. So we felt like, I really, tell me about it. But it seemed like, so we seemed like a good idea to put something together. We put something together from a couple of them saying that you can't do that. Okay, you gotta be a cemetery. So those are the changes that, the last round of changes that were incorporated. I know I've sent these out, tried to get them to council in advance as best I could. Whatever your pleasure is on this, it's waited this long. It doesn't have to happen tonight. If you're comfortable with it tonight, good. If not, I want to get it out at least in the pipeline while I was still sitting here. So, whatever your preference is in that regard.
Well, knowing the new cemetery rules, we should ask for time, right? I got some stuff to do.
What do you guys think?
There's a lot there. I'm with that on this. Let's take some time off, get that movie about it.
Sounds good. All right, we're going to be asking for time. One other resolution, it's under pending legislation, ordinance 25004, an ordinance provided for the regulation of short-term rental operations. Mr. Alden.
Yeah, so at last council meeting, there was talks of having a workshop, and I believe that we tried to get one scheduled for last Saturday, but there was a calendar conflict, unfortunately, and I believe council president is working on.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, we've got the 3rd that's, so we reserved the 3rd, which would be this Saturday. And I'd like to see if council is available to attend the workshop. You don't have to come, but it'd be nice if you guys can come to talk about the short-term rentals. We also talk about the cemetery issues as well. Kind of work through those, start at 9, and maybe an hour or 2 to work through those.
That'll be
January 3rd.
9 a.m., right? That's the plan? January 3rd, 9 a.m.
So we've had some discussion, I've had discussion with a handful of you guys on your thoughts on the short-term rental. We seem to have a kind of consensus, but there's just few that think a certain thing should be in there, and others think some other stuff should be in it. Then this would be a great time to sit down and talk about it, and hopefully at the 7th we'll have something we can move forward with.
So, anybody ever come to that?
Are you advertising?
Katie will put it out, yes.
Okay, and agenda, make sure you have an agenda. So you're reading.
All right, that's all it for the Laws and Ordinance Committee meeting. We close that at 6:26 p.m.
Next up is Stacy Committee, Ms. Jones.
I'll open it at 6 p.m. And it's resolution number 25R78, a resolution authorizing New Franklin to apply for the Ohio Fire Marshal's Equipment Grant for the purchase of 4 mobile radios and declaring an emergency. Tim, do you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Pricing.
It's through the State Fire Marshal's Office. It's a yearly grant that becomes available. It's available now, so we're seeking authorization to apply for it. It'll be, if we're granted it, the total on it is, like you said, it's $17,369. That would replace 4 mobile radios that are currently 25 plus years old. So then our share of it would be the $2,369. The Fire Marshal's Office covers $15,000. So obviously it seems like a pretty good deal, a lot of bang for our buck. So we're seeking authorization to go ahead and apply for it. And then obviously if it would be awarded, we'll be back to see it to get authorization to accept it. So it's just kind of going through the process that we always do with these things.
Thank you. Any questions, concerns?
I think it's great that we keep seeking out these grants and trying to get that money that's out there, that they're going to give to somebody. It should be us.
And we've gotten a
Absolutely.
lot. You guys have done a great job, I have
Thank
to
you.
say that.
Yeah,
And for 25 years old, I think you keep your equipment in good repair.
thank you.
Are these vehicle mounted or handheld?
Yeah, no, these are actually mobile. They're actually in the vehicles. So they're probably on, most of them being at 25 years old, I didn't check to see exact, but they're probably on their at least 3rd vehicle.
Are these the 800?
Yes, that's correct. They are the first generation, the old.
Right.
Yeah. So it's been great service life out of them, and it's amazing, but, so,
It
yeah.
is amazing. Really.
Yeah.
Most people don't keep a cell phone. Everybody in favor of waiving the fee?
Yes.
I'll close the safety meeting at 6:28.
All right, if everybody would join me, for the
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Cox?
Present.
Mr. Schaefer?
Present.
Mrs. Jones?
Present.
Mr. Powell? Mr. Stiles?
Present.
Mr. Wolf?
Present.
Mr. Almond?
Present.
I have a motion to approve the minutes for the regular scheduled meeting of December 3rd.
I'll make a motion.
First,
Second?
have a second? Vote?
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Do I have a motion to approve the financials for November 2025 subject to audit?
I'll make a motion.
First,
Second?
have a second? Vote?
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Next is our public comment. If you would address council, please state your name, address, and you have 4 minutes.
Mike Hoffman, 4123 Melcher. Thank you, Mr. Stiles. Thank you, Mr. Adamson, for your service.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Seeing none? Move on for a first reading. Resolution 25R74, Kelly.
A resolution accepting the proposal and authorizing an agreement with ETC Tech Solutions for managed IT services and Microsoft licensing for the city of New Franklin and declaring an emergency.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 25R74.
There's a first and a second.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 25R74.
Second.
There's a first and a second.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Ordinance 25008. Kelly.
An ordinance enacting a code of ordinances for the city of New Franklin, revising, amending, restating, codifying, and compiling certain existing general ordinances of the political subdivision, dealing with subjects embraced in such code of ordinances, and declaring an emergency.
This was brought before the Laws and Ordinance Committee. We would like to ask for more time.
Time is requested, time is granted. Resolution 25R75, Kelly.
A resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from the general fund to the police district fund and declaring an emergency.
This resolution was assigned to the Finance Committee, and we move to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 25R75.
There's a first and a second.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones? Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
We move to adopt Resolution 25R75.
Second.
There's a first and a second.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Resolution passes 7-0. Resolution 25R76, Kelly.
A resolution authorizing additional appropriations to the 2025 annual operating appropriation budget and declaring an emergency.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 25R76.
There's a first and a second.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 25R76.
Second.
There's a first and a second.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Resolution passes 7-0. Resolution 25R77, Kelly.
A resolution authorizing the transfer of funds and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage.
This is the last resolution assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 25R77.
Second.
There's a first and a second.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 25R77.
Second.
There's a first and a second.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Resolution passes 7-0. Resolution 25R78, Kelly.
A resolution authorizing New Franklin to apply for the Ohio Fire Marshal's Equipment Grant for the purchase of 4 mobile radios and declaring an emergency.
I'd like to make a motion to waive the 3 reading rule on resolution 25R78.
Second.
The first and second.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to pass resolution 25R78.
Second.
Do you have a first and second?
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Resolution passes 7-0. Ordinance 2504. Held.
An ordinance providing for the regulation of short-term rental operations.
This resolution was assigned, this ordinance was assigned to the Laws and Ordinance Committee. With the workshop we have on January 3rd at 9 a.m. here in council chambers, I'll ask for sign.
Time is requested, time is granted. Next up is our favorite part of the meeting, mayor's report.
Here we go. All right, first of all, Christmas event was on the bubble, and we were debating whether we should go forward with it. We had discussions with all the choirs, and they remained on board, and they just said they'd dress warm. And the long and short of it was, it turned out to be another fabulous event. It started at 2 o'clock. By 1:45, the tent was full. It was well heated and well attended, and our volunteers, God bless them. And I'm going to make a special mention of one of our volunteers who overcame physical hardships without violating HIPAA. And is like the first one there and one of the last ones to go, and that's Rosie Milliken. And a round of applause for Rosie. And the other volunteers, we wrote about them, and it was a wonderful event. Let's see. Okay. The snow, boy, I just want to hats off to the road department for the work they did. But really, I wouldn't say out of nowhere, but that was one of the tougher ones I would imagine they've had. It just kept coming and coming and coming. And a day or two before that, we had that quick freeze, and they did a wonderful job on the roads that day too. So to Brian Kepler and his crew, the tip of the plow, did a great job. Very much appreciated. Dan Rice was here from the Ohio and Erie Canal Corridor last meeting, and he reached back out to me to see if council had interest in trying to go forward on that grant at this point in time. I have told him that it's sort of a sensitive financial period for us, but if anybody, I just want to keep it in the in your headlights, either for now or in the future, if you think that that's a project that has value. That grant, those particular grant funds, $15,000 will be gone, but there's another cycle as well. So keep you advised of that one. The water line extension, we're continuing to have conversations with Aqua to try to extend those water lines from Grace Church to Minnesota down to the schools at Renninger, north on Renninger to Center, and then east on Center to reach the BP remediation area, and then it would go north on Will Drive, and then hook back up with the on Casson Road, and now we have the full loop that they'd like to have. Occasionally, we have pressure issues up here at the city, among other things that would cure that problem. I have reached out to BP, and they are interested. And we're going to be looking for a commitment from them that they would take the water at all the residences they own, and they own a number of them. Whether they'll become a greater financial partner, we'll see. The intention is to apply for a Ohio EPA Ursula grant for a principal forgiveness for a project that's somewhere in the range of $4 to $6 million. And we are meeting with Aqua on a regular basis. We'll probably know something. We have another meeting scheduled before the end of the year to get the final go-ahead for their commitment to it. And ideally for us, it would be a project where the city didn't have to be involved financially. We had some conversation about possibly, we've got, I think, about 11 public water systems on that route. The last time we did that, we tried to estimate expenses. We tried to get Aqua to give and they did give a break on their impact fee and their lot fees. So we're asking them to do the same thing. The city then, to get those people on board, estimated what the total cost would be, and then agreed that we would pay if the cost in fact exceeded that. And I think we ended up paying close to about $100,000 on the $4 million project. which is all the way across the city. So this could be the same type of scenario. So we're hoping that comes to pass. We'll have an application in February, and we'll find out probably by June if that's going to happen. All right, let's see here. There are some properties. There are 3 properties. Well, it's public record that are owned by Terry Howard that now are on the market. We've dealt with those properties in the past, and one in particular is at 6090 Manchester Road, and it backs into the to Lockhart Field. I was going to say we haven't gotten in. We bought a parcel one time. I don't even remember why. I don't know if anybody, you might remember, Mrs. Jones, pretty close to the pizza shop. I don't even know why we bought it, and then the city did. But we don't have a history of buying parcels. But that may be something that council wants to give some thought to in the future. We know the water. Hopefully the water's going to be there soon. The sewer's going to be there soon. There's been problems at that residence, and maybe it's an extra, access and egress to Lockhart. So I just want to make you aware of that. And if council is interested further, has some thoughts on that, it's again public knowledge. It's currently listed at $220,000. So what it would take to buy it, I do not know. But if there's an interest in that regard, maybe the first contact would be to our zoning administrator, and he's got some more information. And then decide if this is the kind of thing that the city wants to undertake. All right, let's see. There's that. The holiday lights. Now let's do the boards first. Now let's do the holiday lights. The holiday lights. The police were out there again, and they were evaluating and voting on the various neighborhood lights. And let me see as soon as I can find it. We have some winners. And that's always a lot of fun. One of these years we're probably going to have to do Halloween too, because people are going as far out for Halloween as they are for Christmas. So I think what we're doing is we had 4 residences that had 7 votes, so they all tied for first. Is that what we're doing? All right, I've got a 4-way tie for first. I'm going to provide this list to the press, so they don't have to try to write all these down so quickly. And then we'll post it on our site too, so that if over the next week or so you want to take a look at some holiday lights and drive around and do a tour. The 4 first place tie, 844 Pearlman, 749 Sylvania, 6206 South Cleveland Massillon Road, and 1360 Midland. There was a 2-way tie for second place with 6 votes each. That's 587 Valley Crest and 5392 Daly Road. There is a 4-way tie for third place with 4 votes. 168 West Caston Road, 788 Saletta, 2919 Vanderhoof, 6334 Manchester Road. So these are all, they're all really all phenomenal, everything that we read here. And then we have honorable mentions at 422 South Mesner, 6141 Manchester, 6136 South Oval, 1022 Green Valley, 2981 Baughman, 5876 Bolander, 1012 Stump Road, 6815 Grove, 614 West Comet, 5760 Brookwood, 156 Odell, 6815 Grove, 1154 Woodcrest, and 5122 Fawn. And there were 2 houses on Encino that I thought would be on the list, but the one just didn't make it. But it's a past winner. But there's another one on Encino that's really good. It's kind of between Catalina and Sturgeon. So if you're on the tour, make sure you hit Encino and catch that one as well. All right, so congratulations and thanks so much to all these people that they continue to spread the Christmas spirit. And I want to add my best wishes to Mr. Stiles. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. And as Mr. Allman just pointed out, you really brought just another level of expertise, which is really one of the nice things about council is that you have a variety of people from a variety of occupations and professions, and that's what makes the council effective. So you will certainly be missed, and we hope that you stay out there on the radar somewhere and stay involved in community activities. And on the same note, best wishes to Robert Cluster. Seems a good man, and I'm sure he's going to work hard. All right, we have two boards. Does council want to hand that on their own? The Personnel Advisory and Appeal Board and the Parks Board, those positions are all appointed by council. So were you going to take it?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Well, okay. All right. So the Personnel Advisory and Appeals Board, which has been a very unbusy board, took the place of civil service. They're there if people have complaints relative to application for jobs or promotion within the ranks, or if there's discipline issues that they want to appeal, it goes to that board. And fortunately for us, we have not had those situations. So the board, the last couple of years, have only met to, they're also charged with approving and making recommendations to council on our policy manual. So when we make changes to the policy manual, they go to that board first. And then they go to council. So that's really been the primary activity for this board the last couple of years, and they've only had a couple of meetings. Having said that, it's set up with 3 5-year terms and a 1-year alternate. And open right now is one of the 5-year terms and the alternate term. We had 3 applicants for those 2 spots. Susan Chapman, who is currently the alternate, would like to be on the 5-year term. Tim Hoffman, and I guess I should say,
I thought there was 2.
there's
5-year
4.
terms.
Yeah. Oh, 2 5-year terms, you're right. I'm sorry. And so Tim Hoffman has a 5-year term and would like to move down to the alternate. So that creates an additional seat on the 5-year term. Andrea Norris and Diane Snyder submitted applications, and what is needed from council is a motion to fill those 2 spots on the PAN board.
Do I have a motion to accept Andrea Norris and Susan Chapman for the 2 5-year terms, and Tim Hoffman
For the alternate?
for the alternate? I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. Kelly?
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones? Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
And Mr. Almond?
Yes.
All right, the next board is the Parks Board, and again, there's a 5-year, rolling 5-year terms. So Steve Giacono's 5-year term ended, and that seat needs filled. The 1-year alternate term expires every year. Larry Ray was in that seat, and he's elected not to ask to be reappointed. We had, I think, about 9 applicants. I can get the names if we need them. I think I read them out the last time we were here. I got them in the office, but so again, these are both board appointments, council appointments, so it will require a motion to fill the 5-year term and the 1-year term.
So do I have a motion to accept Steve Giacono as the 5-year term and Jeff Morton as the alternate?
I'll make the motion.
I have a first.
Second.
I have a second. Kelly?
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Almond?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I want to mention St. Luke's too. They donated a lot of cookies for the event, and I also wrote about them recently. They just elevated to a 4-star rating at their facility. So things are really getting. They've always been good, but they're really getting better over there. As they deserve a look for people who end up in the market for assisted or independent living. All right. What I'd like to do before I shut up, it's been a fast 8 years, I'll say that. And you reflect and you recollect, with the support of council and the support of a really strong staff here, extremely strong staff that we're all so blessed. I'm blessed to work with them, and now I'm going to be blessed to be served by them. I step back into the private sector. So I just wanted to hit a couple high notes on some accomplishments and things we were able to achieve over the last several years. I went in the departments, the service department. We built a new garage over there. and greatly improved the employee space, which was abysmal. So that happened early. We added the salt bins over there. I think we added some property over there too, if I'm not mistaken. We added some land over there. We added an automated gate. When I got here, they were getting up and unhooking the padlock. We were able to increase the staff there. We had 6 and 2 seasonal, and we're up down to 10 full-time. And we also added an administrative assistant. And so the service department is very strong at this point in time. If I got any of the numbers wrong, don't correct me, because I'm just on a roll. All right. The police department, thanks, Tim. The police department, we created some office space for the detectives, which was a big deal. We increased the staff of our police department. We were 13 full-time and a bunch of part-time. And in the police department and the fire department, it has become increasingly difficult, if not impossible, to get part-timers, because nobody wants to be a policeman or a fireman anymore. Guess why? So we were able to increase our staff from 13 full-time to 19 full-time in the police department. In the fire department, the biggest accomplishment, I would say, is reopen the West Side Station. And I will tell you how dedicated and proud the men are, and that staff, that's up and running, and they're just thrilled that we were able to get that done for the West Side. And so that's there, and the idea there is that's permanent. The only thing that will happen there is maybe a little bigger facility somewhere down the road, literally and figuratively, a little closer to Clinton. The staff there, again, was 13 full-time, a lot of part-time. We were able to get that up to 19 full-time. And they have, and they get all the credit for this. I put $1 million plus in grants, and probably more, over these last 8 years. Probably a couple $1 million they brought in grants, which is gigantic. In the administration department, we had a communications manager, which was really well received, and the gap that our communications manager has filled in so many different areas has been of great benefit to the city. Dispatch, we were able to, we created the COG. The council did, and we did. And that was a first, the Council of Governments. And we have improved not just service, but it's been economical for us as well. That was getting, again, very difficult to recruit. We didn't really have space. There were, we have technical advancements that require additional equipment. So that was a huge one for us. To get that dispatch out of the building and still have the services. All of this, added staff, the buildings that were built, we were able to bring the wages up to state comparables, and all with the support of council. And meanwhile, we increased our cash balance over that period of time. And I took a look at our cash balance for year end of 2017. What I've referred to sometimes as a carryover, and it was $2.4 million. And despite the fact that we were able to add the staff and get ourselves up to comparables so other communities don't pirate all our people, from that $2.4 million that we had in 2017, at the end of November of this year, we were at $8.9 million. So we've increased that carryover by over $6 million. While we're able to increase the raises, et cetera. So that's a tribute to the finance department and to all the departments. There's no frivolous money being spent here. I think there's been careful stewards. Projects and infrastructure on the west side, Grill Park, and that we were able to acquire that from the Norton schools, and we got it for the tax value, probably a third or a half of what the actual value of that property would have been. We improved the ball fields over there. We added some fencing, added playground equipment over there, added a pavilion over there, preserved an access for the adjoining neighborhoods. That was well monitored by council, and really turned that into a very nice park for the people on the west side, in addition to the West Side Station, which we've already mentioned. And I can't close this up without mentioning one more time the Cumberland Road Bridge. We had a lot of fun with that one. It turned out we didn't know it. We didn't own it, and it didn't cost us any money. And we got it repaired. And while I mentioned bridges, we had 2 others. Well, we had several. But when that bridge went on Manchester Road by occasions, route that's 10,000 cars a day, through the work of the service department, we were able to get that thing reopened in about 8 days. When I was early on, when I was here, I thought, well, yeah, why not? And then I found out how long it takes to get a bridge, get the money together and get a bridge built. And that one was miraculous. And then down on, that was on Manchester Road, and on Main Street we had another. So, in the parks, we dedicated Bowles Park, God bless Al, Cape Lattice Green Space. The Tudor House, we've enjoyed over $2 million in improvements there without our funding. We have no obligation for overhead at that house anymore. All of the maintenance is taken on by the management company. We have 11 community events out there now, free community events. All of those events are self-funded. We actually are bringing in 15 or 20,000 more each year than we spend on those events, without any cost to the residents. Lockhart Field, we've improved the maintenance down there. We expanded the parking down there. Sisler Park, we've improved the playing fields. We got that baseball dirt in there. Installed drainage at the soccer and the ball fields. Added the pavilion at Sisler. The tennis courts and the pickleball courts with council's help. That included a 3-acre grant property from the Manchester schools, and we received without compensation to them other than giving them first dibs on the course, which has been fabulous. As you know, we've now funded the permanent restrooms that'll be in the spring, and also the walking trail as well. That should be in certainly by next summer. So a lot of progress on Sisler Park. I mentioned on parks, ODNR. We were able to obtain 4 acres adjacent to the Tudor House for free, probably $4 million. And so now we have almost a 9-acre footprint there that we didn't have before. And also that $4 million actually turned into about a $6 million event center is there by the swimming beach in close proximity to us, as opposed to way up at the other end, and that was a result of some cooperation and some discussions that we have with ODNR. So very proud of that one. I just want to mention a couple funding things. The water we got here to State Route 93, mentioned that already. That's a $4 million project. It cost the city a little bit over $100,000. The water to the Tudor House and also to the parks, and also all the paving of the Tudor House driveway and parking lot, $1 million project, cost us about $50,000. That was federal money that came there. State money on the first one. The Tudor House seawall, which didn't exist and now does, that was $300,000 of state money. State Route 93 sewer phase 1, that $3 million project, that's a $3 million in federal money that we were able to bring in. The city's share is going to probably end up being about $200,000 of that $3 million. The state name part of that project is paving, and we carved that out. We found out they were planning to pave 93 in 2030, and they're going to have to pave it after the sewer's in, which will be the end of the summer next year. So we were able to get them to advance that project, and then we got state money on that one as well. That's a $300,000 project. The city's share is going to be about $60,000. So there's another $240,000. Cleveland Massillon paving, phase 3. This is the third phase, but that's $700,000. The city's share is $70,000. South Turkey Foot paving, $700,000. That'll happen year after next. City's share is $70,000. Phase 2 of the sewer, which is a $9.4 million project, we have $3.8 million in state money, and we have $3.5 million in county money, and we have applications pending to try to get the balance of that as well so that we can finish up phase 2. State Route 619, and this is the last one I think I'm going to talk about. We got the $50,000 grant for some planning on there. And then we approved an application for STBG funding, that's Surface Transportation Block Grant funding, to actually add single lanes, refuge island, 11-foot shared use path, raised crosswalks, lighting, other enhancements on that stretch. The cost estimate of that, so we made the application, and the cost estimate of that is $6.8 million. And there were, I guess, 23 different applications from all over the county. And so the preliminary scoring, and that's how they determine who gets it. New Franklin is number 1, and we are 10 points ahead of number 2. And so at this point, the ones that are behind us, they can ask for some more points, but the feeling is that we're going to get that grant. That is a $4.9 million grant of the $6.9 million. That would leave $2 million, and we were talking with OHM, and there are other funding sources we can go to work on that $2 million. So there's a very strong possibility that we're going to have close to about $5 million in state money to use on State Route 619. Both of those routes being important because that's where our potential for development comes in. When I added all these together, they come up to $26.3 million in projects, and our share being about $5.6 million. And that means that we enjoyed the benefit of over $21 million in state and federal funds. So team effort all the way. And so I want to tip the hat to everybody who's been involved in this at council as well. Oh gosh, I do have one more page, and gosh, if I add in the, while I'm commenting, I'm ready. But when you add in the $4 million lakefront property and you add in the $2 million, which are all real, the $2 million in Tudor House improvements, we're up to about $27 million. And I've left, as you know, a whole bunch of projects out. Every time we pay, we get money. Every state route, etc. So it's been a good thing, and it's something that it's got legs now, and we're known. That's one of the things that was important to me in terms of elevating the presence of New Franklin in the community and in the city and in Washington. And I just met last week with a representative from Amelia Sykes' office, trying to going after that last $3 million for the sewer project, and we were favorably received. So Mayor-elect Rector has been at the table, and he's been very diligent in trying to get versed on these things, and he's been sitting through all these meetings and meeting all these people, and he's been very well received too. So I think the city's in a good position in that regard. And the fire levy passed. How gigantic that was, a tribute to council, tribute to the fire department. Gigantic. $12 million budget, that was over $3 million. So we've been in dire straits. So that happened as well. We're going to go into the next year with a carryover in excess of $8 million. It's been a good run. And it's been, very much appreciate the support of council. And as I said already, the support of the staff. And then really more than anything, that I told her I would mention it, but Carol and my family. It's a lot of fun being in the barrel. And when we took it together, but I'll tell you what, it's a few voices, and sometimes they're the loudest ones, but I have been really blessed again. Maybe people are just being nice, but I've had a number of people that have expressed that I don't even know who they are. That little silent majority. When they congratulate me, they congratulate you too. They congratulate the city, and that's really been the overwhelming part of it. And on the hard days we got through them together, and we enjoyed the good days together. And now she's stuck with me now, so she's got no choice. So, all right, so I'm finally done. That's all I got. Thank you.
Mayor Adamson, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for our community and everything you've done for me personally. I certainly appreciate it. And I really appreciate that you took the time to go through those accomplishments with the funding and grants that we've received. I think people don't realize how much work is put into getting these grants. They're not something that we open up a letter and, hey, you got a grant. There's a lot of work and time and effort put into it, and you've been very diligent about making that happen and connecting with the right people and learning about how this process works and who you have to shake hands with. And it may not have happened without you. You certainly grabbed that, and a lot of the things that have happened in the city would not have happened without those grants. And that we're continuing that process. So congratulations. Thank you for everything that you've done for our community over the last, what do we figure out, 75, 80 years? Yeah, something like that. It felt like but no, it's been a pleasure, and I thank you. Again, I thank you personally for a lot of things that you've done for me. So
I do too, Paul. We really appreciate you. We love you. We really do.
I didn't say that.
Those big things are huge accomplishments, but there's probably about 100,000 small things you've done over the last 12 years that just add up to. I mean, running the city being big is a lot of work, much less maybe the big ones there. Thank you.
Thank you for everything. You've definitely left your mark and you'll be remembered for a long time. Next up is our finance report, Sue.
Not too much new to report, as you can see from the resolutions that I put on the agenda. We're trying to wind down to closing, so we're trying to clean up everything, finish up all the bills, and go through our checklist to make sure that we haven't forgotten anything or left anything undone. I will tell you that I did get someone that asked for a checklist to basically, there was their first time to close the year, and they saw it and they're like, oh, this would be good. And I said, yeah, you need to develop your own. So that's what we did. So it's kind of handy. But we are busy. We are busy doing that. We had a meeting with the department heads this week, talking about the one big beautiful bill and how that's going to influence their W-2s, and explaining that to the department heads so that they can give that information to their to the people that work under them, as well as we will be putting something out from our attorney that explains that. So we've been busy trying to close up some of those year-end things. I also would like to thank Mayor Adamson, whom I've known for a really long time, through township days and whatnot, and it's just been a privilege, really. And I know better than anybody how much time and what you've done for the city, because I've had to get the money. You went out and got the money, and it's like, okay, Sue, you got to fill up this paperwork so we actually get the bill. So I know we believe, like, can you slow down a minute? We got to get this one finished first. So I know, and I appreciate all that you've done, and it's been nice working with you. Been very professional, and we've gotten along well. I mean, and we don't see eye to eye on everything, as you well know, but we talk it out, and then you get to make the last decision, and it's worked out just fine, and I appreciate that.
Feelings mutual.
Thanks. And that's all I have.
All right. Do you have any old business?
I'd like to mention real quick, you still have 2 weeks, so don't slack.
Yeah, all right. Farmers market?
Farmers market, we're doing a farmers market again this year, and we've scheduled our first meeting to decide when we're going to have it. And we're still looking for vendors, so anybody that wants to be involved, please give one of us a call, Terry or myself or Judy Williams. Thank you. Thanks for mentioning that.
Just to reiterate, we're going to have a workshop on the 3rd of January, 9 o'clock in Ms. Chambers. Wanted to mention the standard delivery one more time. Deadline is this Sunday, drop off no later than 5 p.m. And then once again, thanks Brian for all the work over this past week. I don't think people realize that when it gets to a certain temperature, the salt doesn't work. And you know, the guys did a great job. They kept the roads passable, and kudos to you guys. Thanks.
Have you noticed now with us, and I think this is terrible, but it's true, when our road isn't done exactly the way we think it should be, we're like, what happened? Because we expect that. Isn't that sad? We don't say thank you enough, we just expect it to happen. So thank you. I agree.
Any other old business? Any new business?
I'd like to ask people to donate to the food banks, because it's really important this time of year. We have a lot of people that are suffering, and your donations can really buy so much more than we can go out and buy and give to people. So any of your food banks that you are fond of, please donate.
Any other new business?
This might be under new business. You mentioned a property on Manchester Road, 6090. I think we should look into that. I think looking at the map, that could possibly benefit the city pretty well.
And do you want to mention the donations about to the family?
Yeah, Susan just mentioned it, and I wrote about it. It was, I think we did 16 families, $425 each. And then with some funds left over. The donations were enormous. We're going to actually I'm going to maybe stay ad hoc on that and try to even bump it up a little bit more, but I'll just share one thought that Katie shared with me. She goes out and gets the gift cards and delivers them. And she gave them to this one family and she told the mother that we hope I hope this helps you have a better Christmas. And she said, well, let me tell you what, this money is going to help us have a Christmas. So thank you to everybody that donated. That was a huge, huge deal.
And Jim, I do agree with you on that. I think it'd be something worth looking into, the property.
Yes. Okay.
I had to preface it, because I could tell by your eyes, you knew where I was going.
I did. I appreciate that.
Any other new business? Seeing none? Do we have any additional public comments?
I got a question. You got me already. First of all, I think you hang on and be a grant writer for the next 2 years. That could be very valuable given all your work there. The resolution, the 25008, is it just housekeeping for the ordinance? Is there changes proposed that aren't already codified?
Only the ones I mentioned. So there's no changes to any of the other substantive things that we've adopted in the past. But the additions went to the tax code, the dogs, and nothing new there in the zoning area. Nothing new there at all.
Okay. So is that going to be a part of public record before you guys vote on what changes are or what the additions?
It's how many thousands of pages?
Yeah, we'll post it
Yeah, so
in
essentially,
digital form.
everything we've been following to date, which is the Ohio Revised Code, we're adopting it now as New Franklin Code.
Gotcha.
And then there will also be an option where you can go online. I'm assuming there'll be a link on the page.
Absolutely.
And you can click on that link, it takes you, are we American Publishing?
Yes.
So you can go to the American Publishing website,
Okay.
and you can type in whatever you're looking for under New Franklin, and it'll bring up the ordinances that apply to that.
Okay, because right now you almost have to go through each year to look at the different
Right. So
ordinances.
this is
Nothing-
something-
So that's the idea.
This is kind of wrap for that.
So this should bring us up to the current times.
It's at AmericanLegalPublishing.com.
Yeah, so most cities,
So we're getting there now.
yeah, great. Thank you.
Looks like your arm is feeling better.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
PT is a
Congratulations.
good surgeon.
Yeah, I agree.
Any other public comments? Seeing none? All right, do we have a need for an executive session?
No.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Hey, you got your organizational meeting?
We're gonna do that on the 7th. So yeah, we'll do that at the start of the meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a second.
First and second, Kevin?
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Stiles?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Thank you for attending, and see you on January 2nd.
You got it.